If there's one thing I've learned about chasing women, it's this. Nothing dries up attraction faster than a man who's too available. You think you're being consistent, you think you're showing interest. You think you're doing the right thing by checking in, keeping the conversation going, proving you're a good guy. But the brutal truth? Every time you text her first, you quietly tell her you have nothing better to do. You hand her the power without even realizing it. You willingly put yourself in the weaker position, and women can smell that weakness like blood in the water. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to flip that dynamic and make her start chasing you instead. When you text her first, you're feeding her comfort. Comfort is fine if you want to be her emotional support dog, but you're not here to be comfortable. You're here to be respected. You're here to be desired. And desire does not grow in comfort. Desire needs tension, space, uncertainty. When you chase, you kill that space. You suffocate the attraction before it can even breathe. Picture this. A guy meets a girl. They hit it off. They text back and forth for a day or two. He's excited. She's responding. She seems interested. And then he makes the classic mistake. He keeps initiating. He's afraid to stop, afraid to lose her, afraid that if he doesn't reach out, she'll just vanish. So he texts her first the next day, and the next. And then suddenly, her replies get slower, shorter, colder. Eventually, she disappears completely, and the guy sits there staring at his phone, wondering what the hell just happened. What happened is simple. He made himself predictable. He trained her to expect that he would always reach out. And the moment she knew that, the game was over. No tension, no curiosity, no reason for her to invest. Women are not excited by men they can fully predict. They're excited by men whose attention they have to earn. And you don't earn that by being the first to text every time. Here's the thing, no one tells you most women will lose interest if they don't feel like they're working for your attention. It's not about being cold, it's not about playing games. It's about forcing her to decide if she values hearing from you. If you always text her first, she never has to decide. She just passively receives. She doesn't choose you, you're just there. And anything that's just there eventually fades into the background. Like furniture, like wallpaper, like white noise. When you stop texting her first, something strange starts to happen. At first, she notices the silence. She waits. She tells herself you're probably just busy. Then she gets a little annoyed, a little curious. Why hasn't he messaged me yet, she wonders. Her ego gets a little bruised. Suddenly, she's checking her phone more often. She's thinking about you, even though she wouldn't admit it. You've created the very thing attraction feeds on: uncertainty. But here's the trap. Most guys can't handle the silence. They panic, they cave, they start rationalizing. What if she just forgot? What if I'm missing my chance? And so they break. They text her again, shattering the tension they were just beginning to build. And now, they're right back to being the wallpaper. Invisible, disposable. You have to understand something brutal. The man who can sit in the silence holds all the power, because he's the one who isn't afraid to lose. When you stop texting her first, it's not just about making her chase, it's about teaching yourself that you can walk away at any moment, that you don't need her to feel validated, that your life is already full, with or without her attention. And when you truly believe that, women can feel it. It leaks out of you, in your posture, in your tone, in your delayed replies, in the way you carry yourself like a man who never begs for connection. The guys who struggle the most with this are the ones who think attention equals affection. That fast replies mean she cares. That constant contact means it's real. But most of the time, fast replies just mean she's bored. Constant contact just means you're easy. The real connection happens when she chooses to reach out, when she has to wonder what you're thinking, when she starts replaying your last conversation in her head because you've gone silent just long enough to make her miss you. The minute you stop texting her first, you give her the gift of missing you. And that's a gift most guys never deliver. They're too busy shoving themselves into her attention span, too busy proving their interest, too busy performing. But the guys she chases, they're the ones who know that absence is more powerful than presence, that sometimes the most attractive message you can send is no message at all. But here's what really separates the average guy from the man she can't stop thinking about: patience. The average guy breaks the silence way too soon. He texts her because he wants certainty, he wants reassurance, he wants to know exactly where he stands. But the man with patience, he leans into the uncertainty. He's not addicted to outcomes. He knows that if she's truly interested, she will reach out. And if she doesn't, that's the answer. And he's fine with that. Because here's the secret. When you stop chasing women, you naturally attract the right ones. You stop filtering for women who only like you when you chase. You start filtering for women who respect you, who are curious about you, who value your presence enough to actually pursue you. And when you meet a woman like that, the game changes. Suddenly, you're not dealing with flakiness. You're not stuck wondering if she's interested. You're not chasing a fantasy. You're building real tension with someone who actually sees your value. But you'll never get there if you keep throwing your attention at women who haven't earned it. So the next time you meet a girl you're excited about, try this. Don't text her first. Let her reach out. Let her show interest. Let her wonder what's going on in your world. If she reaches out, great, you flip the dynamic. If she doesn't, good. You filtered out someone who never really valued you. Either way, you win. Because this isn't just about women. It's about self-respect. It's about becoming the kind of man who isn't desperate for attention. It's about building a life so rich, so full, so magnetic that women feel like they have to earn a place in it. That's how you win. That's how you stop chasing. That's how you make her chase you. And that's how you become the man she can't stop thinking about.